Hello children, today we will revise the last poem in your hornbill, Father to Son by Elizabeth Jennings. Let's quickly revise the poem. The poem talks about the relationship between a father and a son from the perspective of a father. The father is very anguished because he is not able to talk to his son, communicate with him. There is a strangeness because though they live in the same house, yet they are not able to communicate with each other. They don't understand each other, and the father is very pained that though the son is his seed, he has been planted in the right atmosphere, yet they are not able to communicate with each other. He does not understand the son's emotion, the son does not understand the father's hopes and emotions, and he is very disturbed about it. He is in fact very pained. He repeatedly tries to talk to the son, but the son also wants to improve the relationship, but there is a lack of understanding, maybe a generation gap. They do not understand each other's hopes, aspirations, and they do not approve of each other's lifestyles too, probably. And when they try to talk to each other even, they are not able to do so, and a deadlock is created. There is a void in both of their lives. The father wants to accept the son back at all costs. He is even ready to accept his with all his faults and whatever he has till now done, but yet they are not able to forgive each other, and there is a lot of pain. Now the literary devices used in this poem are very important. First of all, there is an irony. The irony is evident in all throughout the poem. The father and son live together, yet they do not talk to each other. The son is his generation, his creation, yet he is not able to understand what the son thinks. The son and the father try to talk to each other, yet they are not able to do it. So these are all examples of irony. Then there is a metaphor, that is the empty hand. Now they give each other empty hands. That means that though they want to, they extend each other a shake hand, yet they are not able to communicate with each other. The words are not there, they are empty. The relationship is empty-handed. Now there is alliteration also in the repetition of words. Silence surrounds, seed I spent or sown, and there is also an allusion, that is a reference to the historical or a biblical event or a parable or a story or a historical character. Now we are referring here to the prodigal son in the Bible who had left his father's home, spent all his money and had come back, and the father had accepted him. You may face a reference to context question. Let us do the most important reference first. Yet have I killed the seed I spent or sown it where? The land is his and none of mine. We speak like strangers. There is no sign of understanding in the air. The child is built to my design, yet what he loves I cannot share. Here he is saying that he is his seed, the son is his seed, yet he does not understand him at all. He thinks that he has lost him or even killed him. Killed him in the sense that he has killed his aspirations and hopes, and he is a different person altogether from what he had thought he will become. The land is his and not mine. The work that the personality that the son has is not his anymore. He cannot even talk to each other. We speak like strangers. There is no sign of understanding in the air. They speak like strangers to each other. Maybe the son is even avoiding talking to the father. The child is built to my design. That means the child is his father's impression. Physically, probably he resembles him a lot, yet what he loves, what he likes, the father is not able to share. The child is not disclosing it to him, and probably the father is not able to understand the child's interests. So you might face 4 questions from this. Which poetic device has been used? Clearly it is the alliteration, the seed I spent or sown. It is mentioned here. And why do father and son speak like strangers? Because they don't understand each other. There is a generation gap. Both of them are not able to empathize with each other. The son is totally different from what the father expected him to be grown up, and they are indifferent towards each other. Probably the son has more to do with that. He is indifferent, he is growing up, he is not involving the father in his growing up, and probably the father is also only looking at his childhood, as is mentioned in the poem, you can mention all this. Now, there may be a line explanation, have I killed the seed I spent or sown it where? The father feels helpless, you can write the father feels helpless, he is wondering where did he lose his child, and he feels entirely responsible for the severed relationship between the father and the son. Explain, the child is built to my design. Now the child is built to his design, that is, he gave birth to the child and the child resembles him physically, but there is nothing that they can understand or share beyond that you have to explain. Now you might face short answer questions like, does the poem talk about an exclusively personal experience or is it universal? Now this is a comprehensive question. You can say that though this is a personal experience of a father and son, but yet it is universal. All the children or majority of children are rebellious towards their fathers. The fathers are not able to understand. The phenomena of generation gap is always present, right? Then why does the father think that he has killed the seed? Because he feels helpless. He does not understand. He probably feels that the son is spoiled or rebellious because of his upbringing. Now you can also get a question like, explain why anger grows from grief. He says that he is not able to understand why he is not able to communicate with his child, and then he gets frustrated from that pain and he gets angry. That's how you have to explain it. What type of silence is being talked about in the poem? Is the silence peaceful? No, it is a strange silence. It is a generation gap, lack of communication, lack of understanding, and that is how the silence is widening. It's a kind of gulf which they are not able to bridge. And again, irony. What is the irony in the poem? As I explained to you earlier, there are a lot of ironies. They live in the same house, yet they are not able to talk to each other. They try talking to each other, yet they are so indifferent to each other that they don't understand each other. The son resembles the father physically, but there is nothing beyond that they can share. These are the ironies in the poem.